Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine. The time to say yes to your dreams and aspirations is here.
Our guest tonight is Mr. Kunle Onime. Mr. Onime is the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Marketing and Promotions Concepts Limited. He's also the brain behind the wave-making Roots FM in Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State. Mr. Onime, to the best of my knowledge, is 55 years old now. He's from Edo State. He read philosophy at the University of Lagos. Before setting up shop, before setting up on his own, he had worked for DP Lekki Limited, Group Africa, Siomata Ventures. I think that's what he started with before NPC took over. Mr. Onime is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Marketing, Nigeria. He's also a fellow of the Institute of Direct Marketing, United Kingdom. He's equally a fellow of the Institute of Brand Management, an associate member of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria. I could go on and on talking about this gentle giant, but I'll crave your indulgence to pause it here so that we can delve into the matter that we want to discuss this night. Congratulations on the first 1 year anniversary of Roots FM. Then how has the last 1 year of running Roots FM been?
Okay, first of all, I'll say thank you for having me. So going to the question, the first 1 year has been extremely challenging, has been very hectic. The fact that the pandemic has not helped matters in any way, it has made it even more difficult. The issues of electricity, prior to now, I actually thought, when I hear owners of broadcasting houses complain about how crazy electricity is killing them, I actually assumed they were joking. But now that I'm in the game, I know what it means. It's suicidal, actually.
Wow.
It's just one can't go back. We're in it, and we just have to forge ahead. Aside from that, well, normal challenges of running a business in a country like ours. But we're here. What do? I have no other work, no other business, no other job. This is what I know how to do. This is what I know how best to do. If the likes of Bob can survive anywhere in the world, who am I?
I like that. Now, what is the greatest lesson that you have learned in the last 1 year about running a radio station?
I've learned so many lessons. Never giving up is always my philosophy and idea of running a business.
Okay.
The challenges are that if one wants to dwell on those challenges, we would not, we would not even have taken off in the first place. Um, Considering the fact that I'm not from Ogun State, it was a major challenge. And here
Mm.
I am, a man coming out of nowhere to set up a radio station in Abeokuta for that matter. I mean, it sounded like, what F country? Who the hell are you? You know, um, the first thing that I heard after setup was trivia doesn't bit of Yoruba. Somebody said radio in Italegba, and that shocked me to my bone marrow. And I'm like, if Fela is from Abeokuta and he was able to sell Afrobeat to the entire world, so why would anybody criticize us coming to set up a reggae radio station in Abeokuta? Interestingly, I will shock you this evening. Most of the radio stations in Ogun State, some of them prior to when we started, didn't even have reggae programs on their schedule. You know, those of them that had reggae programs allocated like maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour max, weekly to play reggae music. But we came with a complete different style. It's a niche, what we did is a niche radio station. We completely ran away from what every other person was doing and started reggae. You know what I mean? A reggae radio station. So nobody wanted to give us a chance. The same way they didn't give or they didn't want to give Wazobia a chance when they started. I remember people saying that we would listen to Pidgin English. But today, I'm not sure there is any radio station that doesn't have a program that does Pidgin. A lot of radio stations have started out and they're doing completely and totally what Wazobia is doing. Okay. When the idea of doing a radio station came, I believe so. I had no misgivings. And all I wanted to do was reggae because I've been doing reggae all my life. I've followed reggae music, and I know that there's something in that space. I know a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, who listen to reggae music, who follow reggae music, and they needed to. There was need to fill that space because what you have is a station where most radio stations, even in Lagos, do reggae music only once in a week. A radio station like Ray Power, for instance, have a program. I'm not even sure they still have it. Article 100. I was a part of that for 3 years. 2 hours of playing reggae music. I mean, in a week. So, I mean, they fill every other space, 24 hours, playing other genre of music. So, what happens to these people who are reggae people? What happens to these people who listen to reggae music? You know? So, that's the story.
Okay. All right. Now, why did you settle for Roots FM as the name of the radio station?
If you know about reggae music, you will know that reggae started from the roots. Everything about reggae is all about roots, you know. So
Okay.
what other name do you call it apart from the roots? The roots is the foundation. You understand? Um, Reggae music started from roots reggae before it evolved into other genre of reggae music, where you have reggaeton, you have the gospel, you have the what's it called, dancehall, you have the lovers rock. You know,
Okay.
started from the roots because without the roots, there's no foundation.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that. Why is your radio station situated in Abeokuta, Ogun State, and not in Lagos or Abuja?
Okay, um, nice one. It's got to do with the authorities and the bodies that are responsible for issuing opportunities to do broadcasting across Nigeria. Lagos actually was our interest, but unfortunately, it was a Herculean task, and the closest we got to Lagos was Abeokuta, and so we just we took it, decided to take the risk, and we, by the grace of God, have no regret.
I like that. All right. So, why did you choose to run a a radio station that will play essentially reggae music?
I guess I've answered that question before now. I mean, there was a
Okay.
need to say we wanted to do something different from what every other person is. Let me just make it clear. We 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 do everything that a radio station does. Yeah, we play other genre of music at allocated times. You know, okay, like other radio stations allocate 1 2 hours to reggae music. The same way, we also allocate times to other genre of music. You understand? So I mean, it's like the table has turned this time around. When other radio stations allocate time to reggae music, we are now allocating times to other genre of music. For
Okay.
instance, the only times that you will hear any hip hop music on Roots FM is on Friday night when it's Roots night and Roots club. You understand? And then, of course, you know that we must give preference or give opportunities to local content. So we have some Yoruba programs where they play Yoruba music. Okay. Outside of those two situations, any music that would come out of Roots FM is strictly reggae music. Be it ska, be it love rock, be it reggaeton, be it dancehall, be it roots, gospel, whatever. Strictly reggae music.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Now, so far, would you describe playing more reggae music on your station as an advantage or a disadvantage?
What we have achieved doing that is that we have successfully brought out. Okay, let me put it this way. Before now, a lot of people assumed that reggae music had gone into extinction.
Hmm.
And you know why? The
No, I
likes of
don't.
relocated out of Nigeria. The likes of Victor Mandatos relocated out of Nigeria.
Hmm.
The likes of Majen Fashek of blessed memory was in and out. Vietnam left Nigeria. She's in France. I can go on and on with a lot of reggae musicians that left. Some of them that remained here, the likes of Daniel Wilson, got into politics and was not concentrating much on reggae music. So people assumed that reggae music had gone into extinction. With Roots FM, with due respect, I'd like to say here, Chief Segwandadami MON met me a couple of days ago, and guess what he said to me? I'm
No.
shocked. I'm so impressed. You have brought back the love that I had for reggae music. I
Hmm.
lost I lost interest in reggae music because there was no opportunity for me to get to listen to it. So what
Hmm.
you're doing, all the love that I had for reggae music.
Hmm.
One of the months, Tunde Arabi Hundeyin, one day I was driving. I never knew that I was tuned to Roots FM, and the presenters were talking, and I think they were talking for a longer time. But they don't wanted to listen to music. He called me and said, "Tell those people that they're not talking too much. They should play music. I want to hear this, that, and all of that." I mean, what does that tell you? It means that people are listening, people are watching, they are enjoying what we're doing, they are happy with
Hmm.
what we're
Hmm.
doing. In this space of time that we started, we have had requests from across Nigeria. People are asking us to come to Port Harcourt. People are asking us to come to Abuja. People are asking us to come to Jos. People are asking us to Kaduna. You know, um, if we're doing something good and people are appreciating it, um, nobody will be asking for us to come and set up in Abuja, Kaduna, Jos, Port Harcourt. Somebody called me from Calabar and like, what are you doing in Abuja? If you come to Calabar, that's the headquarters of reggae music in Nigeria. I'm like, hold on, just hold on. My philosophy about it is that Jah time is the best. I mean, Jah gives the direction.
I love that.
And
Just time is the best. Jah directs. Jah gives everything. I love that. I love the Jah angle.
You can't do it without Jah.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's Jah that directs the mission. I mean, if you want to do one and it's not Jah time, you're wasting your time, man.
I love that. I love that. Now, you seem to have this knack, for pioneering things. You pioneered the experiential marketing. You have now pioneered the first audio reggae radio station in Nigeria. What usually triggers this pioneering instinct or attitude or drive or push?
As you, I don't set out to be a pioneer,
Okay.
but coming to you, that Jah directs the vision and Jah makes the mission.
Okay.
I mean, when Jah gives me a vision, I walk through the mission and make it happen.
Wow.
When the idea of the experiential market came in 1983, 84, I was tagged a madman. You know why?
No.
Everybody's, I approached at that point that look, this idea is, I think, would work. Can we invest in it? And they were like, this is not going to work in Nigeria. It's not possible. I still have documents. I have letters written to me as response to my proposal to corporate organizations, and they said it will not work in Nigeria. Everywhere I went, they said it will not work. I was called a madman. I look at this madman. What's this one talking? It's not going to work. Okay. And then two of my friends, then in Coca-Cola, you know what the Yorubas we call Bajanstini? As well, I'm sure you're a Yoruba man already.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. That Yoruba is too deep for me.
Like, just take and go. Leave me alone. Your wallet is too much.
Okay.
They like, Kunle, just take, go. Small stuff. Just go. And we then had this market jam. It was a weekly thing. We were pumping every weekend, And then they started seeing the success of what we were doing. And then, because they wanted it to be bigger, as in Coca-Cola wanted it to be bigger, they then tied it up to a program then that was hosted by D1 and Kenny. The program anymore, I can't remember. And then they brought what's this lady's name now? Something in J. Can't remember. They were the ones anchoring, so they were taking it live from where we were activating and taking it live on Reaper. And that's how it started blowing. One day, I was at the point of activation. I can never forget it. We were at Ablega, activating at Ablega, and some expatriates drove in a Coca-Cola vehicle. In my mind, they were Coca-Cola officials. And, after I came to pleasantry, we were just watching what we were doing. And at the end of the day, we were packing up and a person position with me. And I said, "We're from South Africa. I mean, they have come to set up experiential in Nigeria. I never knew was excuse me, I never knew it was called experiential marketing. It was just an idea that went into my head and directed by the most high Jah. And yeah, man. And everywhere they went in Nigeria, they were told that there was a certain young man that was doing this same thing. But I was, I was local, I was crude, I was doing it the way Jack gave me the vision. And we talked, and before I go, off I was to South Africa for training. I call it okay, training lesson. I'll go back to that involved in Nigeria. Experiential marketing started in Nigeria as it were. And today I'm a very happy man. You know why? I was said to be a madman, but now there are 1,000,001 madmen on the streets of Nigeria doing that same thing that was said to be mad when I had the vision.
I love that. I love that. Now, what are the advantages of being a pioneer?
It puts you in a more difficult situation because everybody looks up to you. Everybody looks up to you. They want you to drive the engine. They want you to come up with new innovations. Even when it's pretty difficult for you to come up with something new, you're under a lot of pressure. Everybody's looking up to you, asking like, okay, what's the next thing to do? What's the next move? And it's pretty difficult. But you know what? Jah is in control all the time.
Jah Rasta fried rice. I love that. I love that. So what okay. All right. Now, other than experiential marketing and your all reggae music station, what other new things should people expect from you?
As you so that you go and copy it, Abi. As we speak, I'm engrossed with building the radio station.
Okay.
I'm engrossed, making it bigger than what we're currently doing. I don't have any ideas that is fresh at the moment. But like I said earlier on, Jah gives the vision. I can sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and something fresh would have bounced off in my head. But as we sit here this evening, my major concentration is building the radio station and taking it to greater heights.
All right.
I want to
all right. Now, go ahead.
All the radio stations in this country. You know the reason why?
No.
Under from Jamaica, it was a big shock to them to know that there's a reggae radio station in this part of the world. The impression they have of us is that we're all scammers, we're criminals. And once they got to know that something like this is around here, they started having a change of mind and perception about us. They're taking the radio station very seriously. They're calling me every now and then, and
Wow, that's very nice and interesting. Now, outside of education, what are the other tools needed to excel in your line of business? That's talking about experiential marketing now.
Experiential marketing. First, you have to be smart and streetwise.
Okay.
You have to be innovative.
Okay.
You have to be very determined.
Okay.
You have to be courageous.
Okay.
You have to think smart and think outside of the box.
Wow.
Because the job of experiential marketing is to be able to create further awareness for brands and reach out to the end consumer in an exciting manner to achieve certain things. You have to ensure that the consumer appreciates the brand.
Okay.
To ensure. So if you are not able to think outside of the box, how are you possibly going to be able to create an avenue for your consumers to be able to create to appreciate the brand? So those are the basic things that you need to have.
Okay.